At that time in my life was kind of hard. My mom and dad were divorcing. My mom wasn't active in my life, didn't really want to be there fully, it felt like. We were a low-income poverty neighborhood. I mean, it was just sex and drugs and violence infested. One of my neighbors had been murdered. It was just my way of life. It was what I was used to. Project Transformation came in to host a summer program at 61st Avenue United Methodist Church. And so I participated in that for the summer. I just wanted to be able to hang out with my friends and enjoy the summer, not on the streets or not kept up in a house somewhere.
I volunteered there as a reader, and I think that's when I began to sit across the table and visit with him, that I saw that true sense of self he had. He was just special.
Janie has been there for as long as I can think back to. She's just always been there for me, and it's one of those things that I'm really grateful for and I really love.
I remember Jacob as a really energetic kid who immediately disarms people because he so focuses on everybody around him and really wants to connect with everybody.
Sarah works for Project Transformation. She has a loving heart and she cares so much for the people who she works with, but also she cares so much for the children who she is here to serve.
He worked it out with 61st that he could stay and be a helper with the PT program because it was a safe place for him to come every day.
That summer that I was there as a junior intern, I think was the most impactful summer I've ever had in my life. We had a little girl in our program who, she was the sweetest little girl ever, but she wouldn't talk to anyone. She came in the door every morning crying, and then she would be silent throughout the day, and then she would leave whenever her parents got there to pick her up. We were like 4 weeks into programming, so we're like halfway through the summer at this point, and I got placed with her to read with her, and she wouldn't read to me, so I was just constantly there reading with her. We went through our reading time. She left to go to Young Artist, and her team captain came running back in after she went to Young Artist, and he looked at me and he said her name and he was like, "She's spoken," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And he was like, "Yeah," and all she said was your name, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And he was like, "She's asking for you." And so like I ran to Young Artist and I walked in, and like she got out of her chair and like ran over to me and like just like grabbed onto me and hugged me, and like for the rest of that summer like she attached to me and like stayed with me all summer. She also started opening up to the other kids in the program, and then from there she started opening up to the other interns, and by the end of the program, I mean, she was talking to every single person in the program, and it was a beautiful process and it was a beautiful thing to see. I'm just another ordinary person who's trying to live out the call that God has put on their life, but something from being there with her and supporting her, that was enough to like change my life to the fact that like I've decided that I wanted to become a teacher from that summer on, and that's what I'm in college for now. I'm sitting with basically a full ride scholarship to Trevecca Nazarene University by bringing college age mentors into my life. PT was able to show me that I had potential as well.
Jacob is a true testament to what it means when we show up for each other, when we understand that we belong to each other, when we live out our faith in a way that says, I see you and I see your circumstances, but I also see beyond that, and I want to be a part of making sure that you make it beyond your circumstances. So people did that for Jacob, and Jacob now is able to do that for other people.
I think in Jacob's life, we've seen the gospel lived out. He's determined to get this degree that I don't know many college students that would get up at 5:30 in the morning, 5 days a week, and clean bathrooms and work on maintenance like he does, and he has done since he started at Trevecca.
I knew that the interns themselves would be transformed by being in relationship with Jacob, and would just be reminded of how incredibly fragile each child's story is and how much hope there is.
She called me and was like, "Jacob," she was like, "I know you could be an intern this summer." She was like, "You're filling out your paperwork, right?" On the phone with her, I like pulled up the website and I was like, I'm doing it. So it was great. It made me feel loved because it like showed me how like much they really wanted me to come back as an actual intern. So
When Jacob is able to spend time with children and youth and offer that to them to really see them, there is an incredible exchange that happens. Jacob himself begins to believe, I might be able to make an impact here. And that's only going to make Jacob stronger and really propel him forward just as much as it is for the children and youth that he works with.
I went to hear him preach last Sunday at Glencliff. I saw a new maturity in him that I hadn't seen before. He keeps taking another step forward every day.
For anyone who's ever been changed by this program, you meet a child, or if you're an actual intern, you meet a volunteer or something, and then all of a sudden the switch just gets hit, and it's wow, it's just this magical thing that happens, and you just kind of sit there and you're I don't know what just happened, but I'm so glad this happened. Project Transformation was able to show me that anyone is able to accomplish what they want to accomplish, and allows you to have a community of people who want to be there for you and want to love you. And so for me, it was just this safe place that allowed me to be. And if it wasn't for that, I honestly don't know where I would be.